Welcome to the Nick and Josh Show. Why is my mic so...
That's your headphones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those are the headphones.
Yep.
Welcome to the Nick and Josh Show. Episode 2.
Episode 2. I'm your host, Josh Gibbons.
And today we have a lot of good things to talk about. Right?
Big things. And great guest coming on the show today.
Of course. Actually, we're going to start today with a teacher feature, staff feature. I guess we'll just let it be a surprise. But today I walked in and it wasn't like negative 5 degrees.
Yeah, 33. I'm wearing shorts right now, actually. Very well.
Yeah.
Shorts.
I can see them.
Can you?
Yeah. I don't know if it's maybe shorts weather yet, but...
I was kind of thinking, I haven't worn shorts at school in probably, a month, so...
Yeah, despite me saying that, I actually debated it this morning.
Yeah. Because it's kind of I change into them after school to, work out in.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just have them on so I don't have to really, change after school.
Wearing the shorts is nice. There's just so much movement.
Mm-hmm.
You more mobility. I hate sitting in pants.
Makes me mad, man. I'll tell you what. And honestly, this is a little side subject. I hate Nike sweatpants, the black ones, because every time I wear them, the fleece turns into a gray.
Well, I think that happens with most sweatpants, but it might happen faster with those.
It just looks bad. It's it's supposed to be black, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what happens, yeah. And then they have dyes you can put in the washing machine with it, but they don't ever work well.
I didn't know there was dyes, actually.
Yeah, I don't think they ever work well. They just kind of come out. I'm not sure. I've never used it, but I've heard that they just kind of come out of it faster. But I get the Under Armour. And I don't like the cuffed ones.
You don't? Looks like our guest is coming in.
All right. Welcome to our guest, Miss Becky.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You can put them on.
Miss Becky, we have numerous questions to ask you today. And I think Auburn High School would like to know much more about you. Everybody sees you every day walking into the school and gets to talk to you every day. And personally, I think it's great how I noticed this recently, you seem to know just about every person here. I guess you have to, don't you?
I don't know if I have to, but I do try to get to know everybody's names.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It kind of surprised me when I remember freshman year, how quickly you just kind of knew my name, I guess.
Well, I try to associate siblings so that I can get in my head, who you are, and it's okay, they were brother and sister or whatever like that.
Yeah, and that always works because, especially here, a lot of people's sisters and brothers go to the same school and often close. So, a lot of the families, I guess. But going back, you went to Auburn High School, correct?
I did. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you graduated in 1985?
Correct.
How was Auburn High School then compared to now?
Very different. We were in the old building, and it was 6 through 12. So
wow.
You started out with 6th grade being up in high school. But they kind of tried to keep us in what was called the A wing, which was a section that was newer that was built onto the building. But so you got to know people that, a senior that was several years older than you.
Mm-hmm. So you got to interact with people that are much, much older than you, I guess, at that time. So it's probably a much different experience, and I couldn't, I guess Floyd's still like that, but I couldn't imagine it. I guess there were probably still less people there than there are now today, maybe. I mean,
no, our graduating class was around, I'd say 60-some, and most graduating classes are around.
You guys were all in that one school?
6 through 12, yeah.
Wow.
And it was smaller then, too, right?
No. Where they tore off the A wing off of the building when they remodeled. So that was a bigger, a section. But it was kind of like an open. They had lockers to divide the rooms.
Did they have trailers how they did?
Trailers
Oh, they
too,
did?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
But seeing new freshmen come up today, I guess it must be different. But what's some advice you would give yourself, or maybe even freshmen coming in today, or either or, from when you were in high school?
Not to stress so much. I mean, it's a new experience for them. And I have watched over the years ninth graders who, when they're in eighth grade, they're the top dog down there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they come here and they're the lowest man on the totem pole again.
Right.
And just not to stress about that. It all works out, that just take your time and enjoy.
Yeah. And I know a lot of, walking in high school, a lot of people get like afraid and, new experience. Other than the new building, it's new people, because you're in middle school. You've never seen that I guess that senior class, I guess, since elementary school, right?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of new people, but honestly, coming from our experience, it's like I don't even pay attention to the freshmen. Like, I don't care. It's not like you're not going around like making fun of anybody. Like, so yeah, I definitely don't think there's anything to worry about from a freshman perspective. And I guess there is a lot, like you said, like a lot of stress that goes into that, like going into. But I mean, learning the new building's nothing. I guess it's a lot of.
It's new rules. It's new teachers.
Yeah.
It's and you're suddenly where you had the same people with you in the class. Now you might have a junior, senior in your class, depending on what classes you're taking. So it is all of a sudden new people that you've never been around.
Well, we'll say going all the way up, like elementary school, they always told us it's gonna be so hard in high school. It's gonna be this hard time. I think when I got to high school, I just realized we had so much more freedom. And I've enjoyed high school way more than I've enjoyed middle school or, obviously elementary school. But it feels like...
For some people, they need that structure of knowing what to do and can't handle the freedom.
Right.
But for others, it's like all of a sudden, wow, I've got freedom. And
I think middle school prepares you for that. I think a lot of people say, like, middle school years are some of the worst. A lot of times it's just the time in your life.
I think it is. I mean, your body's going through a lot of changes. You have a lot of hormones going on, and to me, just watching my own children and then all the children come up through, I think middle school was like the biggest struggle.
Yeah. And I think when you get inside the school, there's a reason. I think it's a little more strict. You're also a little younger, so they kind of have to be. But then it's almost like they're breaking you down, obviously not like or anything too bad, but they're a little more stricter. And then you get in high school, and that's a time where you can kind of be more independent, because after high school, I mean, you're gonna have to be more independent. So, but aside from going to Auburn High School, what extracurricular activities were you participated in, or any sports clubs that you really enjoyed when you were in high school?
I was not into sports. I had parents that my mom didn't drive, and so it was just my dad, and he worked all the time, so it was a little hard to come through extra. But I did things like I was the yearbook editor.
Really?
And just, did clubs like that. We didn't do a lot of the things that y'all do now, as far as, meeting with clubs and doing stuff. But, I was limited just because, my dad was the only one that drove and he worked. So.
And so were a lot of clubs then, because we have SOAR, were a lot of clubs in like after school, or were they all in school as well?
We didn't have as many clubs as like you. We had, I was Future Homemakers of America.
Oh, that's...
we don't even have that anymore.
Yeah,
and then there was FFA, but, there was... I'm trying to think. There was like a Latin club, because I took Latin instead of Spanish. And just not as many as y'all have the choices that you do now.
Okay. Yeah, well, I guess it also comes with being smaller, I guess less people at the time. Right now I guess there are some problems with filling up clubs now and filling up teams. So, but little birdie's telling us up on the screen that you come from a big family. You have other people that went to Auburn High School as well, or?
I am one of 7 children.
Really?
We all graduated from Auburn.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Are all around the same time, or separately?
Oh, no. There's about, I think there's almost like a 20, 25-year span from the oldest to the youngest. So.
Oh goodness.
Man.
That's a big span right there. Where do you fit in that timeline?
I'm the next to the youngest.
Next to the youngest.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, our producer's telling us that we have to relive some memories. So we found a yearbook, Miss Becky, and
that's the yearbook I was the editor for.
Oh, wow.
And so we are supposed to show you. We have found some pictures here, and we can see. I'm assuming FHA is what you were saying, Future Homemakers of America. And man, everybody had the same hairstyle. I'll tell you
Pretty
what.
much.
So, do they all go to the
Even
same
though I was in
barber?
the 80s, we did not have the rocker
poofy?
star, big poofy, as you
Now-
can see by the pictures. We're a little more
Let's see
tame.
if I can find
When I
it.
was looking at the guy's haircut, I feel like everybody had the same haircut, little bowl cut on top, and then just straight up.
Pretty much, yeah.
Was that
There
like the
wasn't
trend back
Is
then?
it-
Yeah.
That's funny.
And we have you right here,
Yes.
right there. So we can see that. Seemed like you were pretty all around. There's a lot of sticky notes in here. Yeah.
As the editor, I could put myself in work. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, right here, paper staff. That's you. Oh, what is that?
We had a carnival, and that was a pie throwing. You could
Oh
beam somebody with
Pie throwing.
That is crazy. Maybe Leaf we can get
we
that
would,
on
we
the
would
editing.
have carnivals here. I mean, that was kind of like a extra thing that they could do.
Wow.
That is crazy.
That looks like a vampire. Right?
What's that reach?
Do you
We
remember
had
his
a
name?
typing, Mr. Bishop, and that was a typing
What's
class.
that? What's the reach out for the FHA?
I'm sorry.
What does that mean? It says FHA reaches out. What is that?
Just that in the community, they would reach out to. We would have a
Wow.
banquet. We would have in FHA mock weddings, like we did a whole wedding and like two students
Really?
pretended to get married, and we learned
pretty cool.
etiquette and you know how to do dinners and stuff.
Here's what I've never heard of. SADD. It says you were in
Students
SADD.
against truck drivers.
Oh, okay.
SAD.
Because I know they have that in. They have like Yoviso in the middle school.
And they
I
have
think it's
DARE
like that
right now.
Yeah, but they don't do anything like that in high school anymore. I think it'd be.
No,
I
we
feel
didn't
like-
have officers in our schools back then.
I feel like
so
Okay.
that
I feel
was
like in
kind
high
of our.
school. Yeah. I feel like in high school you do it through middle school and elementary school, and it's kind of like in high school they're gonna be like if you don't know now, then you're never gonna learn. So
We have you, I guess, on these two pictures as well.
Yes.
But yeah, I guess you're all over this yearbook.
but we did see under your name that you went by that you had a nickname of Nikki.
We had an art teacher here that gave me that nickname. Butch Robertson was his name, and no one was allowed to call him Butch, but I don't remember now exactly, but he started calling me Nikki, and I started calling him Butch. And I was one of the few students that could get away with it, but
That's pretty cool. That's a cool memory to have. How long have you worked at Auburn High School though?
been here 17 years.
17 years. What is the oldest, maybe, I don't know, the longest, family tree of, someone you've seen come through here?
I've had two very unique experiences. I started out at Elliston Lafayette Elementary 25 years ago. So I've been
Oh,
with the
wow.
county for 25 years. And one of the students there that started in kindergarten ended up graduating here from Auburn. So I got to
Wow.
see him. And then one of our staff members here, Mr. Crozier, was one of the students down at Elliston. So I've also seen him full circle to come from being a student to now a staff
That's pretty
member.
cool.
Have you seen? And this might just be. So Sauter has told us about his experience. But he's taught somebody's parent that
Not
he's taught
yet.
today. Have you ever seen any?
No, I'm not quite yet as far as
Might be.
See.
I guess that's unique to Sauter. He's been here a long time. But you're here.
Sauter, I think, came the year after I graduated. So
Oh, wow. That's
been
pretty
here a long
crazy.
time.
So, but you're up there with some of the longest staff members here. You've been here I guess, one of the longest staff members here. So, we actually just did one with Miss Gilmer, and I guess she's been here a similar
Miss
amount of time.
McClellan, Mr. Sauter, and Miss Gilmer, I think, are the three longest running, and then of course Mr. Hurd. But
We also heard
Yeah.
Miss Patek has been here for a really
she's
long
not been
time.
at Auburn.
She's just been teaching.
Yeah, she's been teaching for that.
Okay,
long,
okay.
yes.
But talking about your family, what is? Oh, let me fix your screen. Yeah, but this thing keeps going down on us. But
Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. I don't know.
It's because you're not using Google Chrome. I mean,
I am
what are we
using
doing? Is that Google Chrome?
this thing's never gonna load.
Looks like Explorer.
But talking about your family, what's one lesson that you learned from your parents that you have passed down to your children and the students you walk the halls with, or students that have walked the halls at AHS?
Just to be honest and hardworking. I hope that I pass that on with my children, and that's what I try to when I interact with children here is to make sure to, be honest and do your best.
Yeah. And I think it's great because, I've been to elementary school, middle school, obviously. And I think out of anybody that I've had to, like, front office, that I've walked through every day, I think I've probably talked to you the most and got to interact with you. And I've seen other students interact with you a lot. And so I think that's great. I've never really had that experience with anybody at any other school I've been to. So I think it's great, especially the way you interact with the students. And like I said in the beginning, like just knowing their names is just, I can't even imagine that. So I don't know.
I feel like I don't even know all the seniors' names, honestly.
Yeah, when we went to Teachers for Tomorrow at the elementary school, I was there every week, 2 days a week, and so you did it at the middle school, and by the end, unfortunately, I still didn't know everybody's name. Like, we did it a whole semester. I felt bad, but, like, it's just, I guess I'm not good at it as some other people.
Maybe.
Well, I tried, when I worked at Ellison, there was, like, the max was, like, 250 students, and I thought, how am I going to know all these people? But I don't know. It's just, it comes to me that I can remember. Now, will I remember your name probably in a couple of years? Probably not.
Right.
I will remember the face. I tell a lot of seniors that, my memory doesn't have to have you in there anymore, so I delete you. But it's like, I'll remember your face. Yeah, I was really overwhelmed when I first came here because I thought we went to like almost 400 students. And then, of course, doubling the staff members. And I thought, how in the world? But like I said, I do a lot of association and trying to, remember somebody's name rhymes with something or, just to kind of give me a point of reference for trying to remember.
So I would, I think you could probably classify like your 2 times at Auburn. You have like the years you were here, your learning years, and then the years you worked here. What is your most memorable moment from the years that you went to Auburn High School, and then your most memorable moment from the years you worked at Auburn High School?
I don't know. I guess my senior year was the best, just because I was involved and with win the yearbook and things like that. And I mean, it's just that, your senior year is special just because, you're going to finish high school and you're going somewhere and, going to college and that kind of thing. My experience here, I don't know. There's nothing one big thing. I mean, there's been several things over the year that I just thought was super neat. And watching students go through state championships and suddenly we're the hot school. Everybody wants to come to our school because of our sports and our academics and that. And I mean, it's just a sense of pride that I think that I take from both experiences.
Definitely.
And combine those, you get to see, a long time ago where it started.
Right.
And then where it's at now. And so I think that's an interesting experience.
When did Miss Gilmer graduate from Auburn High School? I don't remember.
She's either a year or 2 years younger than me. I can't quite remember.
So did you went to school with Miss Gilmer?
I'm older than her, yes.
So did you ever interact with Miss Gilmer during school?
She actually dated one of my friends, so yeah, I did talk to her.
How that's crazy.
Like, what a small world.
Very small world. I mean, that would be pretty cool. You grow up, I don't know how Auburn was in state championships back in the day, but
I don't remember going to any state ones, but we did win some regional things. But I mean, because it's such a small community and, your families knew each other's, so it was just like, my mom knows your mom and that kind of thing, where it was so much smaller that, you could sit there and have these relationships with each other.
Yeah, looking through that yearbook, I saw the same 5 last names. It was like, you get 10 acres and then Quisenberries and all the same people. It was crazy. We were told too that you might have some big changes coming up at Auburn or wherever. Would you like to share anything? If not, it's no problem.
I am leaving Auburn after 25 years. I had a job opportunity come up that I will be working for Northrop Grumman. And so excited, sad, because like I said, this has been such a family experience working here. And so, I do feel like I'm moving and leaving my family. So, but yeah, very excited to start a new chapter in my life. And both my children went here to Auburn, and it's been different as a non-parent anymore. I mean, I always felt connected because I had a child here in school, and since my son graduated, it's been a little lost feeling just because I'm not a parent anymore here. So so I think it's time to move to. I'm actually graduating this year.
Oh yeah, I would say on probably behalf of all students, we all enjoyed you greatly.
I think everybody here is gonna miss you, and I honestly don't know how well this place is gonna run as much, because I think you do so much, and especially just hearing the announcements and how well you do that. I mean, it's I don't know how well this place is gonna run, but I'm sure whoever comes in next will figure it out. But it might take some time.
Take some time.
Might take some
it's
warming up
overwhelming.
too, honestly. From the teachers that have been here, maybe like Miss Gilmer, it's gonna take some time to hear a new voice on the intercom.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a different experience, but I think everybody's going to wish you well, and we all appreciate what you do here.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Miss Becky, it was great having you on. And
great.
Thank you. Very neat experience.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
All right. I think we're good. I think that was great.
I think it was wonderful. It was great to talk to Miss Becky. See her every day for 4 years, and
I haven't had it's always weird having like a 20-minute sit-down conversation with somebody, because you get to learn a lot about them. And so I think it was interesting. We got to learn a lot more about her. So and that's one thing I didn't know before we had this sit-down, is I didn't even know she went to Auburn High School. So I think it's great to learn and great to see where we came from at Auburn High School before we were here. And so
Really
that's kind of like I was saying, like we get to see where she started versus where we're at now, like Future Homemakers Association. I mean, they don't even have that anymore.
I don't know what that means, if I had to be honest, but it seems like a very.
It's like for housewives.
Well, I think it seems like the things they held, like the fundraiser and all that, from what I was looking at in the yearbook, seems like they were a great club.
Yeah. It was like they're having so much fun in those.
Because you gotta think, I mean,
was everybody
I don't know.
happier then? I don't know.
Because the joy, like, they didn't have, like, I don't know, they obviously had technology, but not like we have today, so they couldn't, go home and turn on whatever show they wanted to watch. That
They
was
had to
fun.
interact with each other.
The fun things about what they did were, talking to new people and interacting every day. Every time they went to school, they probably enjoyed it, honestly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's anything to say about what we're going through right now, but
Maybe they
I don't
should
know.
ban TikTok.
you know what?
I don't know.
We're with it.
I'm just
Ban
kidding.
TikTok.
No. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I guess we'll be back for the second half with our next guest.
do you spoil it?
No. Back for break. From break. Guess we'll play around with the music a little
great.
bit until.
It's great to be here, and it's great to see
Take a
you guys
seat.
again.
Just take a seat and
We
we'll
have
leave
some
one,
new
too.
guests coming in, and we would love for them to sit down. Take your time. We're not on the schedule or
Yeah,
anything.
take your time. We don't have a timer running or anything.
We have Mr. Kobie
Just take a
Dalton
seat.
from the basketball team. We get some claps in here. And then we have Drew Royal, also from the basketball team. Get some other claps. Wow, good stuff. Nice to see you guys. How are you guys doing?
Pretty well. How are you?
Doing good. How are you doing, Kobie?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Kobie was
really
on
nice.
the test run.
Yep.
Yeah, it's my second time on the Nick and Josh
Experience.
show.
He's more of a vet than most people.
Yeah, he's basically a veteran at this.
Now,
What's that about?
So
It's
we
a
know-
timer. What does
So
it
we
look
know.
like?
What's a stopwatch? Just so we know how long we're going.
Is that a DC?
no, it's our mug. Thank you, producer, for making these mugs for us. It's been great. It is the Nick and Josh Show mugs made by Lauren Garnett. Thank you very much.
I think they look good.
Oh, I think they look amazing, personally. All right.
Okay.
So you guys are both on the basketball team. What's your guys' record this year?
That's right. We're 9-5 so far. This
Oh
year.
wow,
9
he
and
knew that
5.
at the top of his head.
What's what's the MED? What are you guys in the MED
In
right
the
now?
MED right now, we are
I think we're second.
we're second in the MED at 4-2.
4-2. Do you guys know what you guys are in the state off the top of your
In the
head?
state right now, we're 5th.
That's not bad. That's not
I've
bad.
seen bigger comebacks.
You know, I have too.
So-
I want to say I have too.
We've fallen to the number 1 team in the state.
Who
and
made that be?
That would be George Wythe High School.
Ooh.
It's all right.
And the
You guys-
number 3 team in the state.
Do you
of
guys play them
Fort
again,
Chiswell.
or you guys already
We
played
will.
them twice?
We'll
When do you-
play Fort Chiswell and George Wythe again
Where?
here, Auburn High School. Fort Chiswell is actually tomorrow. Come out and see us tomorrow.
Big game.
January
It's
28th.
not loud at all.
So tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Wow, big
Tomorrow.
stuff. Big stuff. And George Wythe is when?
24
It's
hours.
next Friday.
Next Friday.
George Wythe.
Next Friday.
Wow.
The rematch.
Got to get out and see that game.
Get out there.
I think I'll
buy
be
your
there.
tickets. I think I might be there too.
You won't be
We'll see.
there.
We'll see.
I'll be
keep
there.
it in
I can
mind.
tell you what, I'll be there. I'll
keep
be
it
there
in
and I'll
mind.
be square.
It's the best way to be.
So
Best thing to be.
we got to question Kobie last time. So that was good. So Drew, if you had to be any animal, what would you be, and why is it a ferret?
Well, anyway,
Okay.
so the
I
real
was
question
thinking-
is, how much PDA is too much PDA?
I think too much PDA is exactly what's displayed every day.
That was my
That
question.
did.
I don't.
What do you mean?
You said what is too much?
How much PDA?
How much is too much PDA?
How-
Get into the details too.
How much is too much?
Like when you're walking the halls,
I
and you
think
see
it
some
depends where you
freshmen.
are. I think it
think
really
two-
depends where you are.
What do you mean? Like if you're doing it in some closet. Hey, scoot up a little bit.
My
Yeah,
bad,
get closer to
my
your
bad.
mic. A
Yeah,
little bit.
there you go. You're good.
You're all good.
I think
It's not that
how
big.
much is too
Sorry.
much?
Yep, that's the question.
Right, I think too much is exactly what is displayed just about every single day.
So you're saying there's too much PDA going on all the time?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
You
That's-
think a hug is too much PDA? That's PDA.
It is PDA.
But in school,
in
it's a little-
school, it's a
right.
little.
I think it's weird.
Well, what about like a little
School.
side hug?
I don't think it's that bad.
Well, then it just becomes awkward.
But that's PDA, right?
Then it's like
It is.
then it's like a friendship.
Oh yeah, like
We don't.
friend zone.
We don't hug.
It's either go all the way.
Classes.
But
It's-
I feel like you could side hug like anybody. And it's not weird.
Yeah, like we side
Like
hug
just
the other day.
like see you later. Like catch you next time.
Yeah, with your
Type
Could you,
buds.
like a nice fist bump.
I guess yeah.
It's nice.
Nice. Yeah.
So who'd you guys
Never.
vote for? No, I can't say that. I can't say that. What?
So okay, the NFL AFC and NFC championship games were
Right.
yesterday.
I watched that. Yeah.
I watched both of them.
Watched the Bills,
And-
Chiefs.
Wow. What can we? I don't know if you guys saw this play, but Josh Allen jumped over the line. I thought
I
he
think
got,
he got it.
I thought he got
Even the
it.
commentator
I
said he
saw
got
it.
it by about a third of the
I was
ball.
watching that game.
We know that the NFL is rigged. We've seen it.
Well, it's scripted.
It's getting.
Yeah.
It's becoming
And
unreal.
the Chiefs are
It's-
unfortunately going to win. I hope they don't, but they're going to win.
But,
Unfortunately,
and
yeah.
it's called sports entertainment, just classified as like WWE.
It's like
a
WWE.
team having a running back like Saquon Barkley and not winning just shows.
I don't know.
how
I
scripted it
don't
is.
like either team, to be honest. don't
I
like
really
the
don't,
Eagles.
Well,
but-
you can't argue the
But the
talent that the Eagles
Chiefs-
have. at
Well,
this
yeah,
point.
obviously, like
Stand.
it's
Cannot stand the Chiefs.
it's the better of two.
I think. Okay.
Every
Sorry,
time
my
it gets
bad.
like muted.
I think the better team is the Eagles for sure.
That's
I mean, I'm
just think talent-wise.
the Chiefs are horrible on paper. I mean, they look so bad.
but Mahomes pulls out his black magic just about
I
every
love
They've
the
got Juju
commentators.
Smith-Schuster. He
I
was
love
good.
Huh?
8 years ago. Juju Smith-Schuster.
He is all
I love the
right.
commentators like glaze Mahomes the whole time. They're
Oh my
like,
God, drops back. Oh, you see that pass out of
he'll
bounds?
get sacked. They'll be like,
Wow.
oh, it's all right.
He'll get him next time.
You saw that interception? That was an arm punt right there. Meant to do that. Okay. Okay. Is this thing on?
We'll be right back.
But I know you guys are very passionate about college football. What are your thoughts on the
very.
national championship game?
So I was saying before the CFP actually started this brand new 12 team playoff, I really liked Notre Dame. I love Notre
Who
Dame.
likes Notre Dame?
I just my pick was Notre Dame. Gut feeling. I like their path. I like their quarterback. It looked great going in, and then Ohio State just kept throttling everybody.
So what do you mean by this? What does that mean?
I'm talking.
Okay, so what does that mean?
This is Ohio State. This is their opponent.
Oh, so they're just beating them up, beating them down.
Yeah.
Another thing to really talk about is, so you play golf. You've already been through a sports season this season.
I have, yes.
You actually won individual states at golf, right?
Mm-hmm. I have.
Can you walk us through that experience? Maybe like,
Well,
what that looked like?
that day, October 15th, 2024.
All right, so start with
What time did you wake up?
I woke up at just give or take just around 6:26 a.m.
Whoa,
6:26.
That's pretty early.
The tea time was 9:05 in the morning. Okay.
For the listeners at home, what is a tea time?
The tea time is going to be so in the state tournament. Everybody goes off of the same hole at the beginning of each round. Everybody's going to go off the same hole number one, and you just kind of go back and back to back. So I was the first to go off with the teams
Cool
at
beans.
9:05.
So how did you play that day?
That day was by far the best golfing day that I have ever had out on the links. When it comes to
boring.
that's
No,
fine.
I want to hear the fun things. Like, what's some crazy stuff that happened?
So some of the crazy things was that hole
I don't
number
think we got
one.
anything. What do we got
We
there?
made just a.
Pretty bad.
You want a drink?
Yeah.
Hey, Edward, cut this out. We gotta do a drink break.
Thank you.
All right.
Wow, you drink that
Holy
like
sank.
a real man.
Okay, great.
Yeah, don't
No,
ever
but
say
So
that.
we were talking about the golf. We were talking about golf.
Right.
But we don't care about that. So let's go ahead and talk about what else were we talking about?
College football. We were talking about that a little bit.
Let's get something else. What's your favorite movie?
So right now I've definitely got to go with.
Kobie, you go first.
Go ahead, Kobie.
I don't know. It's tough.
Got it.
No.
Is that a movie? That's tough.
I'm sure there is a movie.
I think so. I think it's PG.
PG. Okay.
I like the Lego Batman movie a lot.
Okay. Next question.
Yeah, going off of
That's
the
a good
same.
What do you think here? If you give me a silly answer, we might just kick you off the podcast.
No, this was definitely not a silly answer. I think this is by far the greatest film to ever be recorded, and it's
say some Batman movie.
oh, at least you knew where I was going because it's The Dark Knight. It is the
I think
Dark
my
Knight.
go-to is
with Heath
My
Ledger.
Little Pony. I forgot what it's called. I think it's like,
Moana. Yeah, that's
No,
what. Yeah,
Adventures?
I know what you're talking.
huh?
My Little Pony Island Adventures.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
No,
Over
any
Moana,
Miss Frizzle's
Despicable
movie
Me.
really gets me going.
What'd you say?
Miss Frizzle's
Miss,
Magic School Bus.
that's
It's a
good.
throwback. That's a good one.
Bill Nye's up there.
No,
No, but that's a TV show.
no, he's really not
So
up
is
there.
the Magic School.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, what's
but-
your favorite teacher to date? Well, we'll go with Kobie
Today,
first.
so,
We'll go
so
Kobie
from
first.
from K through 12.
Is this thing on?
We'll go this way around the horn.
That's tough. Favorite teacher?
Is that her name?
Probably Coach O. I love
Coach O?
Coach O. He's a great guy. Very big
How you
personality.
doing that?
Okay.
How you doing that?
Hey, cut that out.
I like that.
Coach O?
God,
He's a
I'd say
good
Coach
guy.
O's
He
probably my favorite teacher.
and with Coach O, I mean, he genuinely cares about all of his students too. It's pretty cool.
What a guy.
What's your favorite teacher?
Does it all.
I'd say I have multiple favorites,
Just a multi-layer player.
but I think Coach O's up there. So I'll just stay with Coach O, I guess.
Yeah.
But there's multiple that could come to mind. Like I like Miss Gilmer.
Mm-hmm. I think academically, I would say Miss Gilmer, but like with Coach O being a PE teacher, I would also say Coach O with PE. But what about you?
On the academic side of things, I've had a lot of the same teachers over my 4 years here at this high school.
Because they held you back so many times.
No, these teachers just teach the same classes. Like I've had Miss Wood
Do you like Miss
twice
Wood?
for a year straight. Yeah, she's a great teacher.
Your
Really helps
favorite?
me
I like
excel
Miss
in
Wood.
math. the favorite? Oh, it's hard to choose. I think one of my favorite teachers would have to go back to like an elementary school, middle school type of teacher.
So who is that?
Just give us a name.
It's probably gonna be.
I mean,
It's probably gonna be. This one's for the real ones who know. It's probably gonna be Miss Connor or Miss Facemeyer of Auburn Elementary. I mean, what a teacher! She really helped me excel at.
Really? I
Learning
thought she was
numbers.
kindergarten. I mean,
that's why you like her.
Yep.
all right. So,
Something to say?
I think we asked Kobie in the trial run of this. What question did we ask you? I thought was really nice.
There's a few of them.
Oh, what's something you can tell a freshman maybe at home, like, or like a rising 8th grader, like about what they should probably like, maybe some advice for them, maybe what to look forward to, stuff like that. Maybe what classes to take, stuff like that.
Well, I would definitely listen to the older people here, the teachers here. They give great advice with what classes to take.
But what teachers may that be?
Oh, Miss Weaver. I mean, she is just an excellent woman that can get you going on the right path.
I want
she's
some
really
more.
good
I want
at it.
some more direct help, like not just talk to people, like
Well,
talk to. Okay.
Like the podcast.
I want more like Miss Gilmer take some of Miss Gilmer's classes. This is a great class to take, like stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I think
What are some great classes to take there that you've thoroughly enjoyed?
some great. Yeah, Miss Gilmer's definitely up there.
Cool. Kobie,
Hey, we'll mute his mic.
what
Hang on.
what are some great experiences that you've had, and what are some advice you would give to a freshman?
The advice I would give to a freshman is look.
Yeah. There you go. You're muted now.
Thank you.
We're good. Look to getting your associate's degree, because
Yeah.
that's what I said during the trial run.
Right.
But like you don't know about that until like your junior year.
Mm-hmm.
And by
Yeah, a
that
lot of
time,
times they don't tell you.
it's kind of too late by that time. Like
Yeah.
you can really set yourself up. Like if you know about it as soon as you get in high
And most
school.
freshmen aren't even thinking about college or
Yeah.
anything to begin with.
Obviously,
I mean,
I
I'd say
you don't
like
want to think about it
years
too
and
early
money, like,
because
off college.
you need to enjoy your time at Auburn.
Right.
Enjoy your high school life, but there is going to come a time probably around junior year where you got to seriously think about college and your future ahead.
Yeah, but I mean, like, even just like adding 2 of those like DE classes, like a
You
year,
can start your sophomore
you could-
year.
It really would be that bad if you just
It-
like plan it out.
Honestly, it wasn't that
accordingly.
bad. The NRCC classes are not the worst thing to take, honestly, in the world.
They're pretty easy.
They weren't.
They're not that
they
bad.
were
It
not
depends
bad.
what you take, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of them have been hard.
Obviously, you don't take a math online. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
You
learned
wouldn't even
from
learn
that.
it.
It was quite a hard time taking math
I
online.
think math's
yeah,
just a
you did
hard
that.
thing
How'd
to
that go?
learn.
Not good. I can tell you that. Not good at all.
All right. Would you rather be invisible or be able to fly?
I'm gonna go with.
I think I'd be invisible because I'm just gonna rob a ton of banks.
Well, that's not very nice.
I was also gonna say be invisible. I think you get a lot more
it's just-
advantages of being invisible rather than flying. You can
Well,
be in an
here's my
airplane.
thought.
You could be visible.
Well, here's my thought. If I was able to fly, don't have to spend money on travel.
But you'd
no
be cold
traveling
in the air.
costs,
That is true.
I'd wear a jacket.
If you were invisible, you could just sneak onto an airplane and you would not have to.
Exactly.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
I mean, it would take longer.
That's just quick.
No, but
Thinking.
if
You
you're,
still have to-
if you're invisible, you
Right,
have
you
no
have
You'd still have to
friends.
hop in the vehicle and drive.
But you have no friends.
People would be like, "Why is
If you're
there no
invisible, you
driver?"
could like sneak onto the metro. and
But how are you gonna
do what
talk to
you need
people?
go.
Metro Boomin.
Well, you could turn it off and on. Let's say you could turn it off and on, just like flying. Like, you're not gonna be flying.
I would take invisible any day. I'm just thinking you're invisible all the time. Hey, no secret hand signals on the Nick and Josh
yeah,
show.
you're just
Would you like to share it with the rest of the class?
No,
We
just
were
pounding
just
the
pounding.
pebble.
I actually already pounded the pebble with you. You're reluctant though, so that won't be happening again.
Is that like a handshake?
Where'd you
Early
get that? Where'd you
bird.
get that tie?
Pound the pebble.
Like it's TJ Maxx. It was like $5.
TJ Maxx. Looks like a belt tie.
Yeah, where'd you get that hair? All right.
Does it look like a belt
So, so, would you rather be a window seat?
A window seat or aisle seat?
Window seat. I'm going window all day. I will argue with the wall. I'm going with window here.
You know what?
Yeah.
Kobie Bonds said the same thing.
Kobie Bonds,
that's my
clouds.
boy.
Kobie
But
said
Kobie
Or window
Bonds
seat
puts
belts.
on his airplane diaper. He said. He puts on his airplane diaper so that he doesn't have to get out, because that's the biggest problem. You get in a window seat, you eat a triple wrapped gordita from Taco Bell before, and you're never making it to the bathroom.
What's the difference between a airplane diaper and a diaper?
It's bigger.
It's bigger. It's kind of like
Oh, so
it's meant to hold.
It's
It's meant
meant to
to hold the air pressure.
altitude. Yeah.
Editor, can we get a airplane diaper right here?
Yeah, just show an airplane
pull that
diaper
up
above us.
You want it directly above your head.
Right there.
Just an airplane.
Thank you,
diaper.
editor.
But
It's
we
actually I feel like that's $1 billion idea.
Well, it's
already
think
about it, 'cause think about it,
It's
like,
already.
You know how they
space diaper?
well, you know how they say like you
I know that's
can't.
actually a real thing.
That's what
Like
airplane diapers
astronauts.
basically are. It's just a really big diaper.
Well, you know how they say like you can't bring like a bag of chips on a because like the bag gets big
Yeah.
because of the pressure. It's the same thing with a diaper. You don't want your diaper exploding.
Well, no, because they take it into space, Nick.
No, but the plane goes up into the cloud.
What do they take
It's
into
an
space? What are
airplane.
you talking about?
A space diaper?
No, we're
Talking
on
about an airplane
diaper.
diaper.
I
So
think
there's
there might
three
be
levels
more.
of
I think there
diaper.
might be more pressure in in a spaceship than there is in an airplane.
No.
Call me
He's got a
crazy.
point.
No.
That's true.
I'm friend. Never mind. I'm stupid. I'm not gonna say that. Favorite ice cream flavor? That's stupid.
So can I throw out a controversial
tracks.
one here for the
Sure,
for the ice
go
cream
for it.
flavor?
Throw it out.
It's gonna be mint chocolate chip.
I knew he was gonna say that, and I wish I said I was predicting what he was gonna say.
I wish you would have predicted it.
Because my
Personally-
favorite one is cookies and cream. Take it to the bank.
Well,
You
you
ever
can't
had
eat
a-
cookies
That's
and
fine.
cream. I mean, that's delicious.
I like that one.
Josh, you
Or-
ever had Moose
How's that
Tracks?
Pepsi?
You know what?
I like a Reese's.
How's that
Moose
Pepsi?
Tracks is good.
That's good.
That's some good
It's
stuff.
got
Moose
like
Tracks.
Reese's
That's a rare
Cups,
flavor. Yeah.
vanilla ice cream. Like I think it has nuts in it.
Mhm.
It's good.
Yeah.
That's the way.
It's
to go.
really. It's kind
How's
of
that
like it's kind of like Rocky
Crisp.
Road,
It's good. Looks good.
but way less Rocky.
Don't drink-
You want one?
Looks real good.
We can get him one. Let's do it live.
Yeah, we'll do it live.
Do it live.
Editor, could you put some pants on me while I walk over there?
He's got no.
Looks real good.
Just have
happened?
it.
Hold on, let me
Thank
open
you.
that for you.
What's that noise?
You're our guest.
I think it was this.
Oh wow.
It's good.
ASMR.
That's a good one.
All right. Now I know
Now
you
you
guys
gotta finish
are-
it within the next 5 minutes because that's what
Okay.
we got here.
What is your guys' guilty pleasure snack? I know this guy's. I feel like I could guess it without a doubt in my mind. What's your guys' guilty pleasure snack? We'll start with you here.
Guilty pleasure snack. I'm gonna have to go with those Airhead Extremes that have like the little.
Disgusting.
Are you kidding me?
Disgusting.
What else?
Definitely like the strips, the Airhead Extreme strips.
You know,
like
that's
the
not a
little rainbow
snack.
strips.
Guilty pleasure?
That's not a snack.
It's a good
It's like
Editor, is that a
I
snack?
think it's a snack,
Yes,
honestly.
I believe it is a snack. What is it? A meal?
It's a candy. It's a candy.
But a candy's usually a
Right.
snack.
Candy
though.
is most definitely a snack.
To
Or
me-
folded
Okay,
PB&J.
hold on.
What are you doing?
He's
Can't
gonna
do it.
say Christmas tree cakes.
You don't know what he said.
I couldn't do it.
Alrighty. What's your guilty
Technology.
pleasure snack?
Personally, goat snack has got to be Christmas tree. I mean, I bought 3 boxes at a time, and that
At
lasted.
a time.
Yeah.
That'll run you like
you can
30
do a lot.
bucks.
Dang. son.
What are you socking up your bunker?
I know a guy.
You know a guy.
He's inhaling.
Oh, at Kroger.
I get him year round.
You get him year
know,
round?
guy.
Do you know
Actually,
Mrs.
I,
Little
no, I,
Debbie?
I actually do
Do you
still
know
have
Mrs. Little Debbie?
I have a box of Christmas tree cakes in my room right now. I'm not even kidding.
So you're
And
saving
it's
them?
January.
No kidding.
You saving them?
You know what?
So what
Hold on.
happens
I
when
do,
they're
I
not?
like- I
What happens
ration
when they're
them.
not Christmas?
They don't sell them anymore.
They'll
Cool.
sell 'em.
What
All right,
about the other Debbie
stop.
cakes?
I have a really
you buy the
interesting
zebra ones?
question that I just read.
No. Like
If
honey
you
buns.
guys, hold on. If you guys could live in
Editor
any
screaming.
movie or TV show, what would that be?
If what?
If you could live in any movie or TV show, what would it be? I think that's a great question.
That's actually a really good question.
because I know what I would live.
I know mine.
Like to live in. All right, let's start with you.
I've got to go with
Since you're eager.
because it's so polar opposite of what we are. I got to go with SpongeBob just because they're underwater.
Well, then you drown.
Then you get to talk.
What'd you say?
I live with Sandy.
You drown. She has a tree dome. That's true.
Sandy's kind of bad.
Cut
No, it's fine. I mean,
All right.
No, leave
If
that
I
in.
could
Leave it
live,
in.
if I
Leave
could live
that
in
in.
if I could live in any TV show or anything,
Tell me.
without a doubt in my mind, it had to be The Office.
Wow. I mean, you could pretty much
But
live in the
why?
office in your real life.
Why? Because I would love to be like in the position as like, I don't know, maybe like Creed.
no, he doesn't talk.
I know you get to observe the whole time, just like Michael coming out of his office doing some funny
Plus, you're the
stuff.
Scranton Strangler.
So, fun fact
And
about The
that's not
Office.
till later.
I've only
I got a
ever
couple
watched
years.
about 2 full episodes of The Office. I don't know about
That's-
Kobie.
that's sad.
I
I know
like
these
it.
2 watch
I
it.
watch it all.
I don't
Okay.
really like it.
Long time
These
ago.
3 are just religious Office watchers.
More of a Dave guy now. That's probably
Hey,
what,
hey.
what I would live in.
Isn't that the world we live in now?
You know me, Chuck.
Yeah, but then I'd be friends with Will Dave.
I would want to be
I mean,
We actually refer to each
whatever
other as Chuck and
movie.
Chuck.
Whatever movie
What's up,
has.
Chuck?
hey, Chuck.
Thank you.
Whatever movie has somebody living like on the beach and rich, just put me in that movie. I don't really care what else
So
is
like
going
Outer
on.
Banks or something.
Oh, you
I
know
hate
what would
that.
be good?
I don't
You
even-
know what would be good? You ever seen Murder Mystery by Adam Sandler? Like with Adam Sandler in it?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of I've seen a couple of his movies.
Got Jennifer Aniston in it. No,
Yeah,
no.
Jennifer Aniston.
Ooh, I
I
would
know
definitely
that.
want to be like Happy Gilmore.
That would be pretty cool.
He would
a
be-
hockey
yeah.
player. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, you know what? Now that I say that, I would like to be. There's this movie called Rookie of the Year where a guy.
Baseball movie?
Yeah, he
I've
slips
seen
on a
that.
baseball and he
He's got, like,
has a
the-
rocket arm.
Yeah.
At the age of 12.
That made me think of a funny joke, but I can't say it.
Oh,
Say
okay.
it.
Sounds good.
Say it.
All right. Is there an app that you hate to use, but you use anyway? Is there an app that you have to use, but you hate it?
I don't think so.
TikTok.
Like I hate,
Really?
I
You
hate
hate TikTok?
No, I hate
Oh,
TikTok,
hate
but
it.
it's
The-
like
just wish
I was
didn't have
definitely
to
not
be so addicted to
opposed
it.
of the like. I would have been okay if
I would've
TikTok
been
was
fine with
was
it.
gone.
I would've
I would have
been-
been okay.
I
Yeah, well, that's why I was talking about it. It made me realize that when it was banned, I opened it about 5 times. Just off
It did
habit.
make me realize how much I get
So
on.
that's
Yeah,
why I
that
hate
too.
it.
Yeah,
Like, just randomly
Oh
open it.
God, yeah.
I did that
And
too.
it was like
that's why I don't like it. Honestly, it's like I don't want to have an app that I have to use that many times per day.
But I
But
definitely
I have all these saved videos on there.
They are funny.
Yeah, I tried to hop on Instagram Reels and it wasn't the same.
It's not the same. It's like
all just like
car
It's
crashes.
weird.
It's
Car
like
crashes
really. No,
and-
Instagram Reels are just odd, really odd.
Instagram
topics.
Reels are when you're in that like funny mood, and then TikTok's
That move.
and then TikTok's more for like the relatable. Yeah, please cut
Yeah, bleep that out. Please.
that. Bleep that.
All right. What's your guys' favorite hobbies? What's your favorite hobby, Drew?
Would a sport be a hobby?
It could be. Kobie Barnes said throwing.
like golf. Golf, that's a
I
hobby.
think that's more of Kobie's like occupation.
That's kind of what I said.
But he's good.
Kobie's known for it. That's why I don't think it's a
But-
hobby. I feel
But
like
he also does it in his free time
That's
too,
Kobie
which
throws
makes
right
it
there.
a hobby.
Kobie Throws, if you're listening, we love you over here.
I'm sure.
I bet he does listen. Kobie, what's your favorite hobby?
Well, I mean, if we don't count sports, I don't really know. I was gonna say basketball.
Like gaming.
I think that could be a hobby because
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Some-
Well, I mean,
But-
like in my free time, like I go to the rec center, like shoot basketball. I feel like that's
But-
a hobby.
yeah, but
Like,
if
interact with
it's
people.
something you do out of, I'd say yeah. If it's something you do out of the actual practice, it's probably a hobby.
Yeah, something you do like just with your own free will.
Yeah.
I would consider it a hobby. Personally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That's
yeah,
hard. That's a tough one,
Because there are
because-
some people that wouldn't say that. Like I'm on the track team, but I wouldn't say my favorite hobby is track.
Because I wouldn't call that a hobby. I would call that,
But I
the
would
sport
like
you
Kobie
play.
Barnes. Like he would. I mean, he would call it a hobby because that's what he does out of school all the time.
Yeah, he does
too.
that in his free time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say it could be a hobby too.
That's a tough one.
Really could be.
Non-sport. I don't even know what I don't know. Probably video games.
Yeah.
Well,
Big P5 guy.
I will say, it was a pleasure to have you guys.
How do you like the podcast?
How do you guys like
Oh,
it?
the setup is beautiful. The cherry Pepsi couldn't get better. I mean, I loved every second
Yeah,
on,
we'll
the- on the
bill you.
Josh and Nick show.
Actually,
we'll send you. We'll send you a bill.
It would be $2 on your tab. Do you have a secretary? We can bill that too.
Any final
Yeah.
words?
Any final
Any
words?
final
or-
words?
Okay.
I don't really have anything.
January 28th, Auburn basketball. We'll see you there.
It's good to have you guys. See ya.
Yeah, it was great to see you guys. You guys can leave now. Wow, that was a great time. I had a great time. Did you
It
have a
was
good
good.
time?
We had some goodish athletes on, and it was nice to have them on.
and the
it's
best,
great.
the best front desk lady in all of Virginia, probably.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know how
Honestly.
the school would function without her.
I really don't, and we're gonna miss Miss Becky greatly.
We really
Of
are.
course. But
It's unfortunate that she's gonna have to leave us, but we hope she does well, and it's great.
this
We'll be back next week.
is our second episode.